Happy day, friends, and welcome to those of you who are new here. I am Macy LaShawn Sledge, and I am so very grateful that you are here with me, tuning in. If you are here, that means you are an individual who is doing the work in order to heal, in order to evolve, in order to expand, in order to transcend. And so, welcome, and also thank you. Thank you for doing the work, because as you do the work in your own life, you are impacting the world, right? You are impacting the world. The world is benefiting from you doing the work in your life. So, thank you for being here, and thank you for showing up for yourself every single day, because the work never stops. All right, so on the channel recently, we've been talking about spiritual initiation. We've been having this conversation about spiritual initiation and how this period that we are in right now, this phase or this space that we are in right now energetically, is all about spiritual initiation, right? It's all about us grounding even deeper into the truth of who we are, right? Because those of us who are here, who are present, we have come into this understanding that we are much more than what we have always believed ourselves to be. And so a part of this spiritual initiation, or the intention for this spiritual initiation that's taking place, is for us to ground even further into that knowing. Okay, to ground even further into that knowing of who we are, and to boldly and confidently begin to express that inner knowing, right? The intention for this spiritual initiation is for us to turn back to our inner authority and begin to consistently allow our inner authority to guide us, to lead us, to direct us right into the life that our soul desires for us to live and experience. So this spiritual initiation, it's really, and I want to encourage you, if you haven't seen the previous videos, I have posted 2 other videos. If you haven't seen those, I want to encourage you to go back to watch those, because I said so much in those videos. And so the conversation here is still around the spiritual initiation. But, in order to really gain what you need to gain from this process of initiation, I want to encourage you to go back to watch the other 2 videos. It's not necessary. You don't have to. You will probably receive what you need to receive from being here, from being present with this one. But just want to encourage you to do that. So let's go ahead and center ourselves with our breath so that we can receive what it is that we need to receive in this moment. So take a moment to close your eyes. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Maybe place a hand on your heart space if you want to. Maybe put your hands in prayer position like I have my hands here. Whatever is most comfortable for you, but just close your eyes. And as your eyes are closed, I want you to focus your attention beyond your eyes. So even though your eyes are closed, I want you to focus your attention beyond your eyelids. Not putting forth the effort to see beyond your eyelids, but just focusing your attention outward. Focusing your attention on the territory that you are currently in and that you are stepping into, focusing on that territory expanding, looking outward towards the horizon and seeing the expansive territory before you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale it out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. We give thanks for this moment that we're in. We give thanks for this moment that we're in. Deep breath in and exhale out. We give thanks for this moment that we're currently in. Deep breath in and exhale out. We receive what we need to receive in order to expand. Deep breath in and exhale out. We receive what it is that we need to receive in order to expand. Deep breath in and exhale out. We receive what it is that we need to receive in order to expand. Deep breath in and exhale out. Deep breath in, exhale out. Deep breath in and exhale out. Go ahead and open your eyes whenever you're ready. And just notice how you feel from centering yourself, connecting with your breath, and grounding into this moment. So, there are 4 things that I am to talk about, that I am to share. And the first thing, as we are moving through this process of an intense spiritual initiation, because that's what I've been hearing over the last couple of days, is that this process of initiation, and remember in the first video, I said that we're always going through spiritual initiation. Like, it's an ongoing thing. However, there are periods of this process of initiation that are way more intense. And this is one of those times, okay? So the first thing that I want to talk about, which this is not on my list, but I recorded a video the other day and I was going to upload it, but I didn't. It was just like a short video. And in that video, I was talking about patience, okay? So as you're moving through this intense period of initiation, it's important for you to remember to be patient with yourself, to be patient with others, and to be patient with the process, okay? And the reason why it's important for you to remember patience, and the reason why it's important for you to make patience a priority, is because practicing patience is going to help you ground even deeper into this expansive kind of love, okay? This expansive kind of love. So in being patient with yourself, and being patient with others, and being patient with the process, you're going to find yourself becoming more loving towards yourself, towards others, right? Towards the world in general. So it's really important as you're going throughout this process, because again, it's ramping up, okay? It's ramping up. And I need to put an emphasis on that. This process and the intensity of this process is ramping up, okay? And so it's important that you stay patient. It's important that you practice patience, all right? Okay? All right. So that was a little detour. So now, I want to speak to, as you're moving throughout this process of initiation, one of the things that's really important that I'm hearing is that it's going to be important for you to acknowledge your growth, okay, in order to initiate the change you desire. Because something that I've been meditating over is this thought that a lot of the time we do the work. We do the work, we engage in the practices, we meditate, we pray, Okay. But and we can see the growth, but we don't but we tend to look at the growth as if it's not real, okay? Or we tend to look at the growth as if it's obsolete, okay? But you are growing. You have grown. You are expanding. You are not the person that you were 2 days ago. You are not the person that you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. Okay, you are different. So, Spirit really wants you, as you're moving through this process, Spirit really wants you to acknowledge your growth. Okay, to not look at the ways in which you've grown as if it doesn't matter. And here's why, okay? Because here's the reason why you're looking at it as if it doesn't matter. Because you're looking at your life, right? You're looking at your physical experience, and your mind has you believing that nothing is changing because you're looking outward, right, with your two eyes. So you're looking at your physical experience and your mind has you believing that nothing is changing, right? Spirit is saying you really want to acknowledge this inner growth, okay? And as you acknowledge this inner growth and as you stand firm in it, that is what will help you to initiate the change that you desire. So acknowledge the fact that you have grown, that you are different, that you are not the same. Okay? And then the next thing is that as you're moving through this process of spiritual initiation, okay, I'm hearing it's going to be important for us to focus less on healing and more on integrating and embodying. Okay, so you know how I was talking about at the beginning about how you know who you are, right? You have this awareness because you've been doing the work. You have this awareness of who you really are. Okay? So Spirit is saying as you're moving throughout this process of initiation, focus less on healing because you've healed. You've healed. You've healed. You've done the work to heal. And yes, it's an ongoing process. At times we will be triggered and we will have to do what we need to do to overcome that. But you've healed. Spirit really wants you to hear that. You've healed. You've healed. You've done the work to let go. You've done the work to move on. You've done the work to heal. You've done the work to change. So Spirit really wants you to focus more on integrating and more on embodying this inner knowing. Again, because doing so will help you to initiate the change that you desire. Okay, so focus less on healing and focus your energy, your attention on integrating and embodying. And if you don't know how to integrate and embody, have a conversation with your spirit. This is why meditation is key, because the other thing that I've been contemplating sharing in conversation is you have the answers within you. You have the answers within you. During this process of spiritual initiation, you want to be paying attention to the conversations that you have with people, especially those random conversations that you have with people, because those conversations will come as answers, right? And those answers will be coming from within you, but maybe through another person. But it's an answer that was within you. And if that answer, if what that person says registers or if it resonates and you can really feel that, that's your spirit saying, this is the answer that I wanted to give you, right? So have that conversation with your spirit. How do I integrate? How do I embody this inner knowing? What does that look like for me? Because that process looks different for everybody, okay? So the last thing I want to speak about is the element of fire and earth, okay, has been coming through. The element of fire and earth has been coming through. And the reason why I want to speak about fire and earth, the reason why that's there is because fire serves many purposes, right? Fire has the ability to destroy. Fire has the ability to light the way, right? And here's what we need to hear about fire is that a lot of us have an inner fire. All of us have an inner fire. Some of us are aware of it, some of us aren't. But we all have this inner fire, right? And in the past, we've misused that fire. In the past, that fire has really burnt up a lot of shit, right? It's really caused a lot of chaos in our lives and maybe even in the lives of others. But as you're moving throughout this process of initiation, Spirit really wants you to envision that fire within you. Close your eyes, sit in meditation, close your eyes, and envision that fire within the center of your chest. See it glowing, but see it contained, okay? And not contained as in restricted or limited, but contained as in you see this fire and you're going to use it intentionally. You're going to use it intentionally, right? And one of the things that I was hearing in regards to the fire is that fire cleanses, fire purifies, right? We have wildfires sometimes, and when a wildfire takes place, it's devastating because it burns up everything in its path. But then the earth, the reason why the element of earth is coming through as well is because the earth replenishes itself. So as you're going through this process of initiation, part of the reason why I was speaking to how intense it is and how intense it's going to be is because that fire, your inner fire, is going to be, this is not coming from the outside. So remember that. The intensity, this is all happening. This is an inner process, right? So if you find the intensity to be overwhelming, look to yourself to ground yourself, to center yourself. Centering yourself and grounding yourself is on you, because none of this is happening from the outside. No matter what's going on in the external world, right? We can't point the finger at what's going on out there and place the blame on what's going on out there. No, this is an inner doing. And so it's important for us to remember that, right? So the reason why fire and earth is important is because your inner fire is doing some cleansing right now. And it's going to be intense. And it's going to burn everything in its path that doesn't belong. And the earth element is coming through to remind you that whatever this fire burns up, you have the ability to replenish yourself. You are an abundant being. You are a prosperous being. So, and when I woke up this morning, I was meditating, and I was seeing a garden in the heart space, and I was seeing butterflies, and I was seeing vegetation, and I was just seeing beautiful green life, right? Because, and here's the thing, the fire is burning up whatever it needs to burn up. And at the same time, the seeds are being sown, they're being watered, the light is hitting them, and it's growing. So in other words, Spirit wants you to hear that, yes, you're going through this intense period of initiation, but you're also flourishing and thriving at the same time, simultaneously. Okay, so can you hold the fire being cleansed while also holding the fact, the truth, which is that you are flourishing, you are thriving, you are growing, new life is being birthed through you? Can you hold those two things, those two thoughts in the same container? Yes, you can. And holding those two things in the same container is what will help you integrate and embody your inner knowing. Okay? So meditate on the fire within you. Ask it, what does it want? What is it? Ask the fire, what are you wanting to cleanse? What are you cleansing within me? What are you burning up on my behalf? And then meditate on the element of the earth. Go outside, touch the trees, put your feet in the grass, earthing, walk in the grass, stand in the grass, stand in the sun for a few minutes. Really connect with the earth. You are a part of the earth. You are the earth, right? So connect with the earth. Go outside and be with yourself, right? I'm not going to say go outside and be with nature. Go outside and be with yourself. And ask yourself, what do you want to teach me? What do you want to show me, right? So we are doing this, y'all. We're doing this. We're moving through this spiritual initiation, and we're doing this. And it may be an intense process, mentally, emotionally. It may be an intense process, but you gathered all those tools, right? When you were doing the work, when you were initiating that process in the past, when you first started doing the work and you were gaining the tools, this is why you were gaining the tools, so that you can use them to center yourself, to ground yourself as you're moving through these more intense moments, right? You didn't just gather all those tools up so that you can keep hounding yourself and keep focusing on, oh, I need to heal this and I need to. No, you gathered those tools so that you could support yourself. Okay? So remember that. Remember to support yourself as you're moving through this process. Remember to be patient with yourself. Remember to be patient with others. All right? Whew, let's take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Yes. Yes. Ooh, yes. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Thank you. All right, y'all. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. You all are so wonderful and amazing for doing the work, for expanding, growing, healing, transcending. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up. Let me know how you feel in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later.